quiet room, Lily was lost in the bright world of her phone. At his desk, her dad was focused on his work.
Uh-oh.
Suddenly, Lily saw something exciting she wanted to share right away. She ran over to her dad, holding out the phone, hoping he'd look.
Em chuột ha, xem chuột ha. Chuột 8 đấy. Con ra kia đi, ra kia nằm đi.
Dad's not done yet, honey. Wait a minute. A little disappointed, but Lily was a good girl. She listened, went back to her bed, and kept scrolling. But somehow the phone wasn't fun anymore. A strange sound came from her tummy.
Dad.
Lily realized she was hungry. The hunger chased away all her interest in the phone. She ran to her dad again, this time a little impatient, tugging on his sleeve.
Sao Ly? Sao Phúc à? Sao?
But he still wasn't finished.
Thôi con ra ngoài nhé, tí nữa ba làm cho Ly nhé.
Disappointment and hunger made it impossible for Lily to sit still. This time, she didn't go back to bed. She put her phone down firmly, deciding to take matters into her own hands. Lily marched out of the room by herself, her steps determined as she headed straight for the kitchen. She tiptoed, flung open the rice cooker. Nothing.
Oh, no. Okay.
She rummaged through the kitchen cupboards. Ah, there it was. A packet of instant noodles, her savior. But the challenge had only just begun. The packet was stubborn. Lily struggled, using both her hands and her teeth to tear it open. After a battle, the edge finally ripped. Lily proudly dumped the noodles into a pot. She ran to the water dispenser, poured in a little water. Just a little, she thought it was enough. And carried the pot to the gas stove. Click! She turned on the flame. Mission accomplished. Now, she just had to wait. Lily ran to the living room and plopped down on her favorite beanbag chair. The chair was so soft, it hugged her. And Lily forgot her hunger and forgot all about the pot hissing on the stove. Burning! A strong smell of smoke wafted into the office. Dad ran out in a panic, dashing straight into the kitchen.
Cái gì vậy?
Oh no! The pot of noodles with so little water.
Lily, làm gì vậy? Hử? Lily,
Was burnt black at the bottom. Worried for Lily's safety
Lily,
and probably
Lily,
feeling bad for the
Lily,
pot,
Lily,
he raised his
Lily,
voice.
Lily,
Lily,
không biết khói
what
nhà
are you
luôn đâu.
doing? That's so
Cái đồ gì
dangerous,
à?
don't you know?
Có biết không?
Lily startled, not because of the smell,
À,
but
biết
because of
rồi.
her dad's shout. She froze.
Thôi được rồi, ở đây nhé, bà nấu cho ăn nhé. Ngoan đi chưa?
Dad was scolding her. Fear and hurt welled up. She was only hungry. Lily sulked. She ran straight into the bedroom, tears welling in her eyes. She crawled into the wardrobe and curled up in the darkness. It was her safe hiding place.
Lily! Lily ơi!
A moment later, Dad came in, his voice much softer. He opened the wardrobe door.
Làm gì đây? Hả? Làm gì đây? Hử?
Lily, I'm
Lily.
sorry I yelled. I was just
Lily,
worried
hả?
about you.
Hử?
Lily
Lily,
kept her
Lily.
face turned away, her anger
Tôi đi
still
làm gì?
fresh.
Hử? Cái đồ người ta bây giờ. Hử? Nằm mà có buồn ngủ thì nằm đây nhé. Đây, cái nằm đây. Đây. Đó, cái nằm đi. Ui giời, Úi dồi, sao đây?
Come on, I'll make you
Come
something
on.
else to eat, okay?
Ở đây nhé.
He
Ở đây chơi
coaxed.
rồi, ba đi chợ
Lily
nhé.
was still
Đi rồi,
silent.
về, về làm đồ ăn nhé.
Dad knew she was still upset.
Đi chợ xong rồi bà gọi nhé.
He sighed and went out.
Lily, ra tôi bố nấu ăn nào.
Lily, come out and help Dad cook, his voice called from the kitchen. Even though she was sulking, her hungry tummy and the invitation to cook together were hard to resist. Lily slowly crawled out of the room. She shuffled into the kitchen.
Cứ ba nhé. Ba làm Lily ăn nhé. Nè.
Dad had already prepared vegetables and potatoes.
Để. Đứng ở đây này.
He handed her a basket of green beans. You can snap the beans into here. Lily looked at her dad, then rolled up her sleeves and copied him, snapping the beans into pieces.
Cứ bọc kia đi.
Feeling like she had an important job, Lily's anger started to melt away. She joined in enthusiastically.
Đây. Đây đi. Đây. Đây coi. Đúng rồi. Đây. Con bỏ kia đi. Đây nữa. Để cái đây nhé. Cái dây ấy. Đây. Đây đi. Con bỏ đây nhé. Đây là đây. Đúng rồi. Đây nữa. Phải to thì đẹp. Nghe vào đây nhé. Ui dồi, cái này dài quá ha. Đây. Vào đây này. Đây này, để cái này ra. À. Cái này dài quá nhỉ. Đây này. Đây nữa. À, đây nữa. Vào đây các bạn. Giỏi lắm. Đây nữa. Úi giời, giỏi lắm. Đây đi. Bỏ đấy. Kia kìa. Giỏi. Được rồi, bây giờ mình làm thêm khoai tây nhé. Đây nhé.
Now let's do the potatoes, Dad said. He cut the potatoes, making a nice shape on purpose.
Thơm đấy. Cái này vàng. Cái này vàng đi rồi. Cái này ngon lắm. Cái này là bò đấy nhé. Rồi, khoai tây nhé. Ngon quá. Đúng rồi. Để ba cắt thành khung cho con bò nhé. Hai cái bò kia đi.
Lily's job was to put the cut potatoes into a bowl. The two of them worked together smoothly.
Khung là tí mình ăn dễ nhé. Đây coi. Đây này. Đây. 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 Mình tạo khung nó đẹp nhé. Đây coi. Đây. Đây. Đây nữa. Rồi. Để rửa nhé, ngồi đấy đi.
Finally, Dad washed the vegetables and put a new pot of water on the stove. Just wait a little bit, okay? He said. Lily waited patiently, her hunger returning. But this time, she felt strangely happy and warm.
Lấy nước nhé, mình phải lấy nước đổ ở kia nhé. Đó, mình đổ ở đây. Đó. Tắt bếp. Đấy. Chờ một xíu nhé. Mình ngồi chờ xíu. Ngồi chờ nó chín xong mình rớt ra mình ăn nhé. Nè, lau cái này đi. Đó. Đó.
This story starts with little Lily at home alone.
Dad.
She called for her dad, but got no answer. After searching, she found a note on the table. Dearest Lily, Dad went to work. I've prepared food for you. Beside it was a plate of delicious fresh grapes. Lily ate a grape, but then she paused, thinking of her dad. Dad must be hungry too. So she decided to prepare a beautiful plate of grapes just for him. She carefully arranged the grapes on a plate.
3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
and even stuck a dad label on it. She was very proud and excited, thinking, Dad will definitely be so touched when he sees the present I made. When she heard her dad come home, Lily ran out happily. But when her dad saw the plate, he looked surprised, and in his tiredness, he accidentally knocked the plate, sending it crashing to the floor. Lily's little face fell. She looked at the scattered grapes, and her sadness burst out.
Chết cha, đổ mất rồi. Ủa, này ly đẹp phần của mình à? Chết, bẩn hết rồi.
She thought, doesn't Dad like my present? And burst into tears.
Ly ơi, Ly.
He went to find Lily,
Ly ơi.
who was hiding and crying.
Ủa, sao đây? Sao đây? Để dành đồ ăn cho ba hả? Trời ơi. Sao đây? Để dành đồ ăn cho ba à? Sao chui đây? Giận gì à? Sao?
Lily sobbed.
À,
You
xin lỗi nha,
spilled the
đổ.
food I
Tay,
made.
biết.
Lily's dad
Yeah.
realized his mistake
No, yeah.
immediately. He quickly apologized, explaining he didn't mean to ruin the gift and that
Ông
those
nào
were
trả
the
đi siêu thị
grapes
nhé.
Lily had saved for
Yeah.
Dad.
Mua sữa cho
To
Ly
cheer
nha.
her up, her dad
Oh.
suggested,
Đi,
Lily, how about we go to the supermarket?
Đi thẳng.
Lily's face immediately
Đi
lit
thẳng
up.
đây.
She loved going to the supermarket.
Ờ, mẹ đi, anh sẽ đi siêu thị nhé. Đi nào. Nào, cầm cách này nào, cầm cách này nào. Đúng rồi, cầm cách này. Đấy. Đi nào.
There, Lily forgot all her sadness. She excitedly helped push the cart and picked out her favorite yogurt.
Sữa nha. Kiếm sữa nha. Đây. Đi đây. Có bỏ giỏ nữa. Thấy không? Này, cầm lấy bỏ giỏ đi.
Thank you.
Rồi, yeah.
Wow.
Quá nhỉ.
She even acted very grown up when she saw her dad grabbing lots of things, reminding him, Daddy, I think that's enough. We should save money.
Rồi, đi sữa đi. Đi con. Rồi, mang đây bỏ đi. À, có hàng đấy, có hàng. Rồi nha. Rồi, đi đây nè. Đi nào đi.
When they got home, they happily put the groceries away in the fridge together.
Đây thế này. Cái chua này. Đừng có xếp đâu. Đây nha. Đây, để cái điều cái này nhé. Cầm đấy.
Dad got Lily a yogurt and said, "Lily, don't be sad anymore, okay?" He thanked his little girl for always thinking of him.
Đây, bà đèn Lily nhé. Thấy chưa?
The story ends warmly, with Lily happily eating her yogurt, her earlier sadness completely gone.
Giỏi lắm ha, biết để phần cho bác nha. Giỏi quá mà. Hết chưa? Hết rồi ha. Cho bà xem này, hết chưa? Rồi, hết rồi. Sữa ngon quá nha. Đây, bỏ chân đây. Đây. Hết rồi, hết rồi thôi nhé. Hết rồi thôi nhé, bỏ rác đi, bỏ rác kìa. Bỏ đi con.
More than just a gardener, Lily wasn't just good at planting. She was also a talented duck herder. Dressed like a little farmer in a cute straw hat, Lily held a banana leaf like a flag and proudly led the ducklings to the small pond for a swim. Seeing the ducks paddle around happily, Lily even used a leaf to gently guide them, just like a real herder.
Lily.
After gardening, Lily and her dad took a walk to the small fish pond in the yard.
Trời ơi. Lily. Nhìn này. Nhìn cá này. Nhìn cá này. Nó cạn cái nước rồi. Nó cạn cái kìa. Chưa? Nè. Chết rồi. Vì cạn nước rồi. Bây giờ mình lấy xô nhé. Mình lấy xô mình
Dad waded into the water and gently caught a goldfish to show Lily. She reached out curiously and softly touched the fish, looking very pleased.
Bây giờ lấy xô được cá nha. Đi nha. Đi đi.
The fish pond needed cleaning, so a rescue mission for the fish began.
Con ngồi đó đi. Lấy nước vào đây Ly nhé.
While Dad scooped out water with a bucket, Lily ran to get her little pink net to help.
Ly ơi, Ly. Này, con bảo là con lấy cho ba cái vợt nhá, vợt cá nhá. Đi trong kia đi. Cá đi con. Đây ba nào. Rồi cảm ơn Ly nhá. Con ngồi đó chờ tí nhá.
Dad carefully lifted the small fish from the murky water and placed them in a tin box.
Nè bác nha. Đó, thấy chưa nè. Đấy. Đó, để mình thay nước cho cái Lily nhá. Đây này. Đây đi này. Này. Nè. Thấy không? Kìa, kìa.
Lily watched closely, then waded in herself, skillfully catching a fish and putting it in the box.
Phía này Linh nhỉ? À, nè. Còn không Ly? Ừ. Ly nè. Bây giờ mình mang cái này lên nhá. Đây đi. Này này. Rồi. Bây giờ bạn xả nước vào đây nhé. Lily, đi ra
When it
khỏi nước
was
đi con.
time to refill the pond, Lily showed how clever she was. She ran right to the water valve and turned it on all by herself, making water flow from the green hose. Together, Lily and her dad held the hose and started to fill the pond back up. When the pond was almost full, Dad gave her a signal, and she quickly ran back to turn off the valve, completing her task perfectly.
Đó, qua đây mình xả cá nhé.
Now it was time to return their little friends to their clean new home. Dad and Lily gently released each goldfish back into the clear water.
Này Ly này. Này thấy không? Thấy chưa?
The ducklings were also let back in and splashed around happily in the fresh water.
Yeah. Vì bạn kìa Ly à, thấy không?
Seeing all they had accomplished together, Dad gave Lily a kiss to praise her for all her hard work. An adventure with a goat. After her work in the garden, Lily changed into a pretty pink dress and ran out to play with a special friend, the goat. She picked a big leaf to feed her friend. At first, Lily playfully teased the goat, pulling the leaf away just as it was about to take a bite. But soon, she happily let her friend enjoy the treat. Lily even grabbed some more food from the trough, not forgetting to taste a little herself to make sure it was good. Suddenly, an idea popped into Lily's head. She quickly untied the goat's rope and attached it to a small wooden cart nearby. Once everything was set, Lily climbed onto the cart, ready for an exciting ride. The goat began to pull the cart, starting with slow steps and then picking up speed, giving Lily a tour around the grassy lawn and along the stone path. she sat firmly on the cart, looking thrilled. When the ride was over, Lily climbed off and led her goat friend to a patch of grass to eat. After all the fun, the little farmer seemed to be tired. Lily found a rock to sit on for a rest. Finally, she lay right down on the ground, using the rock as a pillow and her hat to cover her face, and took a sweet nap in the quiet garden. Home the sweet rewards of a hard afternoon's work. Working in the rain, a light rain began to fall, but that couldn't stop Lily's farming spirit. Inside the house, she climbed a wooden cabinet, grabbed her familiar straw hat, put it on, and confidently walked out into the yard.
Beep, beep.
She went straight to the garden, where her dad was already working.
Đi đâu Ly? Ừ? Đi đâu vậy? Hả? Đi đâu đấy? Ừ? Đi đâu đấy? Không ở nhà trên tivi à? Hả? Ở nhà trong nhà chứ? Ra trời nắng lắm nha. Nắng lắm hay chưa? Ừ? Ồ, xem mũ rồi. Thôi Ly ở đây chơi nhé. Chơi ba làm nhé, chưa? Đây chơi con, đây đi chơi đi. Ngồi đây chơi đi.
Lily immediately got to work, using her tiny fingers to pull out every single weed in the garden bed. Sometimes, out of curiosity, she would even pop a blade of grass into her mouth for a taste.
Xong rồi Ly ha. Đi ba bảo này. Đây ba bảo. Ai xà. Cứ 3 tí được không? Ừ? Cứ 3 tí được không?
After they finished tweeting, Dad picked Lily up for a quick cuddle, then gave her a new mission to go get some sweet potato vines for planting. Lily happily accepted and crossed through the banana trees to the sweet potato patch.
Oh,
She diligently gathered a big bundle of vines and dragged them back to where her dad was waiting.
Ôi, giỏi quá Ly hả? Ừ? Trời ơi. Nhiều rau Ly ạ. Ừ. Nhiều rau đấy. Nó bắn từ rổ tùm lum rồi Ly. Ừ. Đây này, trồng đây nha. Đây này. Đó, mình trồng ở đây
At a
nha.
new patch of soil, Dad began to show Lily how to plant. He used a trowel to dig small holes, placed the vines inside, and covered them with dirt.
Lấy đi con, mang qua đây. Ừ, cảm ơn con. Trời ơi, giỏi quá.
Lily watched very carefully and then copied him, even using a toy shovel to pat the soil down around the new plants.
Ừ, giỏi lắm, cảm ơn. Lily lấy bên nữa đây. Lấy đi. Đây đây. Giỏi, cảm ơn Ly. Ly lấy cho ba cọng nữa đi. Đúng rồi, mang đây ba. Ồ, cảm ơn Ly nhá. Kia đấy kìa, kia đấy kìa. Đúng rồi. Cảm ơn nhé, đâu đây. Đây nè. Đó, Ly giỏi quá. Lấy nữa Ly. Đây. Ồ, rồi cảm ơn Ly. Đó. Cây đẹp không? Nè. Được không? Lấy đi rồi. Con lấy đi. Rồi cảm ơn Ly nhé. Sắp xong rồi đấy. Ừ. Con lấy một lần là đủ luôn đấy Ly ạ nhé. Rồi thằng này trồng nữa là xong nhá. Lấy đi rồi. Đây là có củ của Ly nhá. Chưa? Rồi rau ăn là có củ nhá. Được rồi Ly ơi, xong rồi. À, bắt tay cái nào. Cảm ơn ạ.
When the last row of vines was planted, the job was done.
Vô đi.
Dad put on his big straw hat, and the two of them walked away from the garden together, finishing an afternoon of productive work despite the rain. Lily's special missions. This time, Lily got a special mission to complete all by herself. Wearing her straw hat, she pulled a cart with a blue basket across a dry field to the carrot patch. When she got there, she started working right away, carefully pulling the weeds around the plants. Before long, she had found and pulled up a big carrot, and she happily put it in her basket. To search more effectively, Lily used a small stick to poke the ground, then went back to digging with her hands. She worked with great focus and patience. Every time she found a carrot, she carefully placed it in her basket.
Ahem.
Soon the basket was filled with fresh, delicious carrots, a reward for Lily's hard work. Mission accomplished. The little farmer proudly pulled her cart full of produce back home. After harvesting the carrots, she and her dad continued their work in another part of the garden.
Qua đây Ly, qua đây. Chậm tới Ly.
This time, their goal was the chayote squash on the high trellis.
Oh, I think we can harvest the chayote, sell it, and get money.
เอาvào đây nào. Đây,เอาvào đây.
Without a moment's hesitation, Lily scurried up a bamboo post.
Yeah.
Seeing her dad waiting below with a basket, she picked a squash and dropped it down.
Lấy đi.
To reach more, Lily climbed right onto the trellis, hanging upside down like a circus performer, as she continued to pick squash and drop them to the ground.
This is my forte, nothing difficult.
Đúng rồi. Đúng rồi Ly, kia nữa Ly. Rồi, đây qua đây con.
When she was done, she climbed down, diligently picked up every squash, and filled the basket her dad was holding.
Kia đấy kìa. Đây Ly. Đi giỏi quá. Kia đấy con. Kia. Đây Ly. Kia đấy kìa, bên kia. À, đúng rồi. À, kia đấy kìa con. Kia Ly, kìa. Thấy không? Đúng rồi. Rồi, thì đi về nhé. Bắt nguyên một sọt luôn. Thôi bây giờ mình đi bán nhé. Cái quần áo bẩn hết rồi này.
Seeing the
Lát về
full
bắt lại quần áo cho
basket,
Ly nhé.
her dad
Nhá, để
proudly
công cho Ly
adjusted
chưa?
the little bow
Đi
on
về
her
nhé.
shirt.
Đi. Đi nào Ly.
Lily once again showed off her amazing climbing skills by quickly scaling a tall papaya tree.
Chị Chín đâu Ly? Chị Chín đâu? Đây. Xuống đi con. Xuống đi con, xuống đi hai đậu đi. Đi qua đây.
However, there were no ripe papayas, so she climbed back down.
Nha.
Right after, she and her dad moved on to the beanstalks. Lily climbed up again, picking long beans and placing them in the basket her dad held.
Rồi, đúng rồi Ly ơi. Đấy, lấy cái đó đi Ly. Lấy đi con, mang đây nhá. Đúng rồi, mang qua đây con, lấy qua đây. Giỏi lắm, kia đấy kìa. Đây đi này, đây này. Đấy, đúng rồi, mang đây. Giỏi.
Finally, they harvested mustard greens together.
Đây này, đây này. Đây ha. Làm một ít rau nhá. Cho cải luộc đi ăn nhá.
Lily sat in the middle of the patch, pulling up each plant herself. She even curiously inspected the roots of a plant she had just picked.
Bỏ xuống đi con, lấy cây kìa. Đây Ly. Chị đi nè, cầm đây nè.
Dad sat down to help,
Hãy dao đây nha.
showing
Đây là
Lily
chị
how to
hãy dao
choose
nha.
the best greens
Đó.
and
Đó.
even letting her
Đúng
taste a little
rồi,
piece.
giỏi quá. Thấy chưa? Hãy dao mình hãy như vậy nha. Rồi cây luôn ha. Kìa, cây kia đấy kìa. Hãy đi con. Đúng rồi, mang vào đây. Đúng rồi, đây cho ba nè. Lấy nó đi. Mang đây. Mang cho ba nè. Đúng rồi, giỏi lắm. Ha ha. Rồi đi nào Ly ơi. Đi thôi. Đây. Đi nè. Cho ba nữa à? Ui dồi, bay rồi. Đi nè Ly ơi. Đi nè. Lily.
With a basket full of fruits and vegetables, father and daughter happily left the garden, walking up the steps to go back home. The egg collector. After a busy day, Lily decided it was time for a little fun. She ran to a water pump, climbed on top, and played with the cool stream of water. When she was done playing, she ran across a wide lawn to a small wooden house where the chickens lived. Inside, Lily climbed up to the windowsill and sat peacefully, looking out at the yard. Soon she spotted a basket full of fresh eggs. She curiously went closer and carefully picked one up to look at it.
Oh,
Suddenly, a wonderful idea struck. Lily ran out of the coop, went inside the house, and came back with her familiar blue basket. She returned to the coop, placed her basket next to the eggs, and began her mission. As she was gently and skillfully moving the eggs one by one, a cluck-cluck came from the chicken coop, as if a rooster was protesting. But Lily, looking like a professional harvester, paid it no mind and continued her work. When her basket was full, Lily rested for a moment, her face beaming with pride. Finally, she carefully picked up her basket of eggs, walked out of the coop, and crossed the lawn to bring her prize home. The cluck-cluck sound came again, this time sounding a bit pouty, but Lily just smiled, satisfied with her accomplishment. Back at home, while her dad boiled the eggs, Lily sat in her favorite beanbag chair, waiting patiently.
Dad.
Đây, xong rồi Ly ơi.
Soon, her dad brought out the hot, boiled eggs.
Đâu, cái nào? Cái này.
She carefully peeled off the thin shell and happily enjoyed the sweet reward of a meaningful outing with her dad.
Ngon quá. Đây đi. Đây nào. Ngon quá.
One beautiful morning, in a small and cozy house, a clever little girl named Lily was engrossed in watching cartoons. Her dad wanted to make the apple-filled buns that Lily loved so much, but he discovered they were out of flour. A gentle voice called out from the kitchen. "Lily, could you come in here with me for a moment?" Lily reluctantly tore her eyes away from the screen and quickly ran into the kitchen.
Okay.
"Let's make those apple buns you like, but we're all out of flour. Can you help me by going to the supermarket to buy some?" Dad said to Lily. Hearing about her favorite buns, Lily squealed with delight and nodded eagerly, ready to take on the important mission. Her dad tenderly placed a small blue helmet on her head, carefully fastening the strap, and then put a cute little backpack on her.
Ở nhà ba dọn cái bếp xong rồi về là ba làm cho Ly nhá. Đây, giỏi lắm. Đi cẩn thận nhá. Đúng rồi.
Confident and independent, Lily walked out onto the porch by herself, where her familiar wooden cart was waiting, and began her little adventure with a look of determination. After a short distance, she saw a few small children playing happily. Drawn in by their cheerful laughter, Lily stopped her cart, intending to run over and play. But then she suddenly remembered the important task her dad had given her. She couldn't keep him waiting. Lily quickly said goodbye to her friends, gripped the handle of her wooden cart, and hurried towards the supermarket. She arrived at the supermarket, her bright eyes scanning around for the items her dad had mentioned. She stopped at the fruit counter, carefully selecting the reddest, juiciest apples.
2.
Lily knew this was the secret ingredient for their wonderful buns. After carefully choosing the apples, Lily also picked up a small bag of flour, loaded everything onto her cart, and began her journey home.
Thank you. La la la.
On the way back, while pushing her little cart full of her successful haul, Lily suddenly saw an old woman sitting huddled by the side of the road. She stopped her cart, hesitated for a moment, and then, without further thought, took the biggest, reddest apple from her basket, trotted over, and placed it in the old woman's hand. Although no words were spoken, Lily felt a warm joy spread throughout her body. That small act made her feel happier than watching a good movie or eating a delicious treat. When she got home, Lily proudly showed her dad her successful shopping trip.
Dad! Dad!
Ồ, vậy là con đồ đâu? Rồi chào bà Tiến nhé. Đây rồi ha. Đi học ha, có bộ thôi nè. Rồi. Đâu ở đây bà đi một cái nào. Chào mọi người nha. Bây giờ mình bắt đầu mình làm bánh đi nhá. Đi thì bị bột sẵn rồi này. Rồi táo này. Hôm nay mình làm cái táo ha. Vô. Ha.
The two of them went into the kitchen together. The small kitchen suddenly became lively.
Ủa? Rồi, thì ra súp nào. Súp nè.
Dad poured the flour into a bowl and slowly added water while stirring.
Súp. Giỏi quá. Đúng rồi. Đúng rồi. Vậy thôi ha. Đây rồi. Trộn lên tí ha. Dẻo quá hả? Thì dẻo kéo luôn. Đã quá ha. Mẹ miếng đẹp lắm liền nha. Đấy, thấy chưa? Nghe. Thấy không? Wow.
When the dough started to come
Cái này nè.
together, he said, "All right, time to use our hands. But first, we have to wash
đi
them
làm
very
bánh nha.
well." With that, he lifted Lily up to the sink.
Rửa tay sạch sẽ mình làm bánh nhé. Quên mất ha.
Carefully lathered her tiny hands with fragrant soap
Đây, đây, đây,
and
đây.
rinsed them with clean water.
Bánh bông. Rồi, con đến đây nào. Qua đây. Tay cho ba nào. Ui giời. Quá ha. Đấy, mình lại lát thì mình ăn vào đau bụng ha. Đó. Chả thơm quá. Thơm quá rồi ha.
After they both dried their hands, Dad began to knead the dough on the table until it was smooth and soft.
Bắt đầu tiếp nha. Bây giờ mình bắt đầu nhân trộn bột này. Đây. Em cần đi. Đúng rồi, tao muốn cầm lắm hả? Đây. Thử đi. Lấy đi. Đây này. Và lấy đi. Đây. Đúng rồi, đây.
Lily watched with curiosity and imitated him, taking a small piece of dough and molding it in her hands, thoroughly enjoying herself.
Dính cái đáy bếp á. Dính cái gì à? thơm ha. Bây giờ mình chuyển qua mình làm cái này nhá. Đây ha.
While they waited for the dough to rest, they moved on to making the filling.
Đây bạn làm gì? Rồi, cái này bạn làm 8 cái ly nhá. Chú ba được không? Chú ba được không? Này. Đúng rồi, giỏi lắm. Kim, giỏi. Ngon quá hả? Cái này là cách áo bỏ trong nhân nha, nhân bánh nha.
Dad peeled the apples and diced them into tiny, neat cubes.
Ngon quá hả?
Lily helped by putting the cut apple pieces into a bowl.
Rồi.
The most exciting part finally arrived. Dad pinched off small balls of dough, flattened them into wrappers, placed a spoonful of apple filling in the center, and skillfully pinched the edges together, creating beautiful little buns. Lily didn't shape the buns herself. She sat beside him, watching his every move with a look of pure admiration.
Dính cái đáy bếp á. Dính liền. Ngon không? Đây.
Each time her dad finished a bun, he would hand it to her. She would carefully take the masterpiece with both hands and gently place it in the steamer, arranging them neatly for the final step.
Bỏ đây ha. Được. Thử đi. Đúng rồi. Đây, ta xem này. Muốn xem đúng không? Rồi, nó bỏ bên kia đi. Đúng rồi, giỏi quá. Đây nha, đây ha. Đẹp không? Bỏ kia đi coi. Giỏi. Bạn lấy cái này để đi ăn nhé. Ngon hả? Để bạn đi ăn bánh ha.
When the buns were all lined up in the steamer, Dad placed it on the stove to steam. While they waited, they prepared some more fruit for dessert.
Không hả? Không hả? Rồi, đây cho ba nè. Bây giờ thì ăn bánh nha.
soon, when the pristine white buns were cooked, a sweet, fragrant aroma filled the
Oh.
entire house.
Chờ tí nha. Chờ tí nha. Chờ xíu. Bánh nhân táo nè.
Dad carefully took the buns out and placed them on a plate.
Thêm một cái vào một cái nha.
Wow!
Rồi, đi thôi. Đi thôi. Đây, mình ngồi đây ha.
He set the meal on the table. Lily sat in her chair,
Hey, one day.
eagerly
Oh.
looking at their creation. She picked up a fork, carefully speared a piece of a bun, and slowly brought it to her mouth.
Ừ. 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 Ngon quá ha. Không ngờ lại ngon vậy ha. Ừ. Ừ. Như này mà. Bên trong có nhân đấy, nhân táo đấy. Ừ. Ừ. Lần đầu tiên đi ăn cái bánh này mọi người. Bánh nếp ấy. Bánh nếp nhân táo.
The sweetness of the flour and the aroma of the filling blended
hả?
together, creating a truly special flavor.
Ừ. Ừ, ngon nhỉ. Ừ. 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 Ngon quá. Anh nhìn nha. Ở bếp ha.
The simple meal was filled with laughter and happiness, the sweet result of their combined effort and love. Under the warm morning sun, Lily, with a small bamboo basket on her back, walked with her dad through a garden shaded by banana trees, starting a joyful day of work.
Tới rồi, tới rồi. Đúng rồi.
Wow, you won!
Đi. Chưa?
When they reached the green vegetable garden, the clever Lily, already wearing her cute straw hat,
Để bắt tìm những cái đậu non để ăn nhá.
briskly followed her dad to harvest. They each had a task. Dad picked the long, green bunches of vegetables, while Lily carefully took them and placed them in the bamboo basket on her back.
Này, giải chơi này đi.
Oh, wow!
Không. À.
Dad!
Oh.
She was very eager, actively reaching out to help her dad, and soon the basket was full, the fruit of their hard work.
Cho ly này. Cho ly vào đây này.
Huh? Oh,
Này hơi nhiều ly ha. Đi ly ơi. Đi chưa? Đi về thôi. xuống đi. Rồi đi nào con.
After harvesting a basket of fresh long beans from the garden, Lily and her dad went inside.
Đây con, đúng rồi, ở đây ngồi nè. Đây. Giờ phụ ba mẹ này tiếng không?
Ok.
Nè, bà chị đi vẽ nha nè. Đó, con bỏ đây nha.
Lily sat beside him, attentively helping him snap the long beans into shorter pieces to prepare for
Thấy
lunch.
chưa? Đây, xong rồi ha. Ui, giỏi quá, bỏ lên con. Đúng rồi, giỏi quá. Nè, mẹ thử cái này nè. Giỏi quá. Con ngồi đây nhá, ngồi đây chờ bà tí nhá. Ngồi xem TV chờ bà tí.
While her dad was busy in the kitchen, Lily looked out into the yard and saw plastic bottles scattered about. She frowned at the messy sight. Without needing to be told, an idea popped into her head. Lily ran out to the porch and began her cleanup mission.
Wow.
She went around the yard, carefully picking up each bottle and placing it neatly in the cart. The clinking sound of plastic bottles accompanied Lily's every step. When the cart was full, she used all her strength to pull it to a weighing station outside. There,
Bạn giúp
she
bỏ vào đây cho tôi
carefully
nhé.
unloaded all the plastic bottles into a large basket.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Cũng được nhiều đó. Để mình cân thử nha. Bạn xem nè.
The buyer
Ủa,
placed the
20.000.
basket on the scale and after checking the weight, gave
20.000
Lily a
nha.
small amount of money.
Để mình lấy tiền cho. Của bạn nè.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Lily was thrilled to hold the first money she had ever earned and happily pulled the empty cart back home. She arrived just as the delicious smell of food wafted from the kitchen. She ran inside, proudly showing her dad the money she had earned.
Chờ bà tí nha. Con đây ghế ngồi để chờ bà tí đi. Con ghế ngồi đi con. Chờ bà tí nha. Có gì cần đây. Để đâu đấy con? Cho ba hả? Cho ba hả? Ồ. Con nhé.
Her dad was surprised, then laughed affectionately, his eyes filled with pride. He patted his little daughter's head, praising her for her diligence and initiative. Lunch was ready on the small wooden table. Dad had prepared a hearty meal of steamed sweet potatoes and green beans for Lily. She sat at her table, happily enjoying the delicious food.
Làm gì có tiền đấy hả? Ừ. Giỏi quá ha. Đấy, bà thưởng cái ly đấy. Món mẻ thì ngon này. Ngon lắm. Đúng rồi đấy. Ngon khoái cẩu cái ly hả?
Dad also taught Lily how to play basketball.
Lòng đi.
With a small, cute ball and a hoop shaped like a lion's head, Lily took on the new challenge.
Rồi, bắt lại bóng nha. Đi ra kia đứng đi. Ra kia đứng đi. Bắt bóng này. 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 Đúng rồi, giỏi thấy không? Đó. Đó. Đó, đúng rồi. Ở đây đây. À bây giờ hay là ba làm phần thưởng cho Ly nhé. Đi bắt bóng vào rồi bắt thưởng cho Ly được không? Nhé. Ừ. Được không? Có lại tủ đi. Lại tủ lấy đồ đi. Lấy đồ thưởng đi, đúng rồi, lấy trong đó. Đúng rồi, đấy, mang đây. Mang đây. Đúng rồi. Bây giờ nhé. Ba sẽ làm cái này làm món phần thưởng cho Ly nhé. Được không? Nhé. Ôi trời, đi kìa. Đóng tủ lại kìa, đóng tủ lại, đóng lại. Đóng lại. Đúng rồi. Anh là nhanh lắm nhỉ. Anh là nhanh lắm. Đây này. Đó. Bây giờ con làm này đi. Con ra đây đi. Rồi con cầm đấy. Kia,
She
kia, bóng chơi
focused
à?
intently, aimed carefully,
Nào,
and
bóng
threw
kia
the
vào.
ball.
Bỏ đi. Đúng
Swish!
rồi.
It
Đây
went
nè.
right in the hoop.
Ngoan nào.
Dad clapped and cheered, rewarding her with a crunchy cashew nut. Lily was thrilled and kept playing, getting a treat every time she scored.
Đó. Bóng kia đấy kìa. Bỏ nè, bỏ nè, bỏ nè. Sai rồi, chưa được rồi kìa. Đúng rồi. Ngoan nào, phải ngoan chứ. Đúng rồi, phải ngoan với thưởng nhé. Để cái nữa này, kia đấy kìa. Kia, kia. Đúng rồi, nữa nào, nữa nào, nữa nào. Đúng rồi, giỏi lắm, ngoan nào. Đúng rồi, ngoan nào. Ngoan. Phải ngoan với thưởng nào. À, ngoan đâu, ngoan đâu. À, ngoan đấy hả? Đây. Giỏi lắm. Nè. Đi ra kia đứng đi. Rồi, để bắt bóng nha. Rồi,
That
ra.
simple game became an endless source of joy, helping Lily learn a new skill while feeling her dad's boundless love. Then came a rainy day. The rain poured down, tapping rhythmically on the roof and keeping the little monkey indoors.
Oh, it's raining so hard.
Noticing some bits of paper scattered on the floor, Lily decided to surprise her dad. She turned into a little Cinderella, diligently going around the house, carefully picking up every piece of trash and standing on her tiptoes to put them neatly in the bin.
Great job.
She wasn't done yet. She found a cloth and started wiping the floor.
Oh,
Her tiny figure hunched over, pushing the cloth around, was both adorable and heartwarming. Before long, the floor was sparkling clean under the
great
lights.
job.
After finishing her mission, Lily's tummy started to rumble. She toddled over to the fridge, used all her strength to pull open the heavy door, and took out a cool
no.
yogurt.
Okay.
But the next challenge was the stubborn straw. Lily fumbled with it for a while, turning it every which way, but just couldn't get it in. Her face scrunched up in frustration, but she patiently tried again.
Okay.
Pop! The straw was finally in place. Lily sat happily at her table and enjoyed the sweet, cool yogurt. A well-deserved reward for a good and hard-working little monkey. Whenever Dad was away and the house became quiet, Lily turned to the phone like a close friend. She would lie down comfortably and video call her older sister. Her face would instantly light up with joy upon seeing a familiar face on the screen. After the call, she would happily scroll through entertaining videos, her clear, giggly laughter filling the house. Thanks to this little friend, Lily no longer felt lonely, but always felt loved and connected. Dressed in a bright pink outfit with a cute little backpack bouncing on her back, Lily walked along the familiar village path. Her eyes sparkled with joy, just like a little student returning home from school. But when she got to her yard, a wave of disappointment hit her.
Dad, where are you?
The glass door was locked. The little monkey was puzzled. Her tiny hands touched the cold glass, and she pressed her sad face against it to look inside. She fumbled with the handle and gently tapped on the door, as if calling for her dad, but there was no answer. With a look of pure disappointment, she stood alone in front of the empty house.
Aww.
But Lily wasn't one to give up easily. With her natural cleverness, she went around to the back of the house. Her sharp eyes scanned the area and spotted a rope hanging down. Without hesitating, the little monkey used all her strength to grip the rope and skillfully climb up the tall metal wall. After a bit of effort, she safely slipped into the house through an open window, just like a little spy on a mission.